Hello, welcome. I am here to talk about this year's track and field program, and I was proud to serve as the head track and field coach. And it was great to coach such a wonderful group of young people this spring, a very dedicated group. We saw an enormous improvement in our level of depth and versatility. A track team has a lot of moving parts. I was very fortunate to have two great assistant coaches, Lauren Horner and Laura Gamble, who helped organize and supervise our daily practices. Coach Gamble, in particular, had her own group and kind of her own program as she worked with the sprinters and the jumpers. And so she moved from field to field, from the sand pit across the street to Willis Field to wherever she needed to go to make those practices happen, and did just a brilliant job working with that group. And you could really see their improvement as the season went on. Coach Horner helped with the distance group. We spent a lot of time training off campus, and we always had two groups, sometimes going in different directions. And she did such a nice job taking care of one of those groups as we were moving off campus. I would also like to thank Tracy Schaefer and Blair Trail for all of their help, keeping us organized during the season, helping us with transportation, all of those things. Thank you so much, and just for being great supporters of our program. We started the season with a lot of uncertainty due to the COVID protocols. Some of the teams we would usually see were uncommitted as to whether or not they were going to have a spring program. And even when we began practices in March, we really weren't sure how this season was going to develop. There were very, very few meets on Milestat, so we were a bit concerned how that would work out. And to the team's credit, they threw themselves into our practices from day one, just hoping that everything would work out and the season would unfold with some good potential for us, and that's exactly the way it happened. We were able to add meets to our calendar as the season went on. It was kind of a fluctuating calendar. We had some gaps. We had a couple of cancellations, but then we added meets. We ended up with a conference meet at Blue Ridge School. We ended up with a state meet that was well attended in Richmond. So the season really turned out in a very, very positive way. We had a nice balanced group of distance runners and sprinters and jumpers, and a quickly developing group of throwers who were working with the shot put and discus. And I'd like to recognize our throwing group for just a moment, because we were not able to find a dedicated coach for that group. This has been kind of a challenging year in terms of getting coaches in place. And to their credit, they were largely self-coached, and Tajon Garrison came out. He had experience throwing in the past, and he really wanted to be part of this program and to help the other throwers. And so he brought his experience and his motivation to practice every day and help those other throwers to develop their skills in the shot put and the discus. And, you know, if you were to see the team from the beginning of the season to the end, it was very, very impressive how much progress they made during that time. We placed well in our regular season meets and had a lot of fun, too, as we went from place to place. At the conference meet at Blue Ridge, we had several individuals earn all-conference recognition among an outstanding group of teams. I thought both the VIC and BRC conferences were very strong this year. Jessica Polisco was first team all-conference for winning both the 800 and 1600 meters. Kerrigan Cheney was second team all-conference in the 800 and 1600. Xavier Mitchell was first team all-conference for winning the 400 meters at conference. And Makai Hines was second team all-conference in the triple jump. So our conference meet went really well. And as I said, I think this year reflected one of the best years I've seen as far as conference competition goes. The fields were stacked with a lot of depth, and we got in there and competed successfully, and I was very, very proud of that. At the state meet in Richmond, we had what I thought was an exceptional day. We see a lot of new teams at states that we don't see during the season. And so when you're going against the teams like Veritas and Stonebridge and Walsingham, we don't always know. We see their seeded times, but we don't always know exactly what these teams are going to bring to the table. So the state meet is exciting to see that level of talent, but you have to bring your A game to the meet if you're going to have a chance to do well. At the state meet, our 4x100 meter team set a new school record and finished second overall. That was one of the big highlights of the day. So that is a team of Raleigh Cundiff, Trey Brown, Mackay Hines, and Xavier Mitchell. They've been kind of honing that craft all season long. We've had a couple of good days and a couple of mishaps with drop sticks and things like that, which will happen. But their time of 45 seconds, 8.2, put them in second place in the state meet, and that was really, really exciting. Jessica Poliska finished second to Hope Frost in the 800 and 1600s, but set new school records in the process. And I really think that the 800 meters was such an exciting event to watch at States. The level of competition was so high and so fast from the gun. Mackay Hines finished second in the triple jump, earning second team All-State, and Xavier Mitchell finished second in the 400 meters, also earning second team All-State honors. But beyond these individual performances, what really stood out to me was our depth as a team. We kept putting people into finals. Often, we would have one or two people in finals, and it's not easy to get in finals. And later in the day, when the legs get tired, we kept going after each event. We kept attacking each event. And that really meant a lot to me as a coach to see that positive energy and that fire, even later on a hot afternoon after people had been in 2 or 3 events previously. In the end, our boys finished 8th in the state and our girls finished 9th, which was a great showing for the team, a great way to finish our season. And I would like to thank every member of the team for all of the hard work and the dedication that you showed during the season. As I mentioned, we went into this season not really knowing if we would get 1 meet or 2 meets or get a state championship. And when those things unfolded, we were ready as a team. We were ready to compete. We were ready to go out there and compete with pride. And it was wonderful to see. I want to thank our team captains, Jessica Poliska and Mackay Hines, for the leadership that they brought to the team this year. And I'd also like to thank the parents for all of your support this season. They were with us every step of the way. I know that they had to help us to accommodate some early mornings as we left early for big meets or some late evenings, but they were just there every step of the way. Some meets, there were no spectators allowed, but when spectators were allowed, we just had the most wonderful set of parents, a group of parents who were there, who were cheering us all the way and giving us that warm support, and we really appreciate it. So thank you so much to the team. Keep working. We only have one senior who's graduating this year, and that is Mackay. So our future is very, very bright indeed. Hello. So I am here to give the Coaches Award for our spring track program for the girls team. And the Coaches Award for the girls team goes to a young lady who has established herself at a young age as being one of the top distance runners in the state. She's deceptively fast in races and even on tough training days because she has a very fluid running style and she makes it look so easy. But make no mistake, she is a strong competitor. Going into the state meet, the only runner who had finished in front of her this season in any event was her own teammate, Jessica Poliska, who is also one of the top runners in the state of Virginia and has been running amazing times. At the conference meet, Kerrigan showed incredible form, running a 5:21 for 1,600 meters and 2:26 for the 800 meters, really blazing fast times, finishing second in both of those and getting second team all conference. At the state meet, she finished fourth in the 1600 and fifth in the 800 meters, which is just an amazing performance for an athlete who is still in the 8th grade. She has a natural sense of tactics on the track. I wish I could take credit for it, but she just has a sense of when to move and where to place herself in the pack. That is just wonderful to see that natural sense she has of racing on the track. And this season, I have seen her finishing kick go to an entirely different level. So it is with great pride that we award this year's Coaches Award to Kerrigan Cheney. Congratulations, Kerrigan. Hello. So I will be awarding the MVP award for our girls team in track. And this goes to a young lady who brings a wealth of experience and enthusiasm and focus to every workout. She is a fiery competitor, but also just a very fun and warm person to have on the team, and she loves running. For those who don't know the story, when she turned 17, she decided that she would go out and do a 17-mile run to celebrate. Right? That's the level that she has when you talk about loving running. And I think that's absolutely the best. She won every event that where she participated from the start of the season all the way through our conference meet, and with just incredible times. She qualified for states in the 400, the 800, the 1600, and the 3200, running outstanding times throughout the season. She was running 61 seconds for 400 meters. I mean, it was just amazing to see her out there. And even when she was in the lead in a race, and sometimes, with a full straightaway behind her, she never let up. She was always going to try to set the best time that she possibly could on the day, because as a competitor, that's how you get better. You push yourself for those times where it's going to be a close race. As I said, she won both the 800 meters and the 1600 meters at our conference meet, earning first team all conference at both of those distances at our conference meet at Blue Ridge School. And then we went into the state meet. It looked like we would have some competition, and we did. A senior, from Stonebridge School named Hope Frost, who is a multi-time state champion, was coming in with very, very good times. And she and Jessie battled in the 800 and the 1600. Unfortunately, with Hope Frost just leaning her out at the finish line, Jessica got second in the 800 and the 1600 in states, earning second team all-state, which is just fantastic. And they were such exciting races. And the 800 in particular, Jessie took that race from the gun, went from the front, pushed every meter of the race right to the finish. And it was beautiful to see. Her time was amazing. She set new school records at multiple events this year, as well as personal records. And it has been a joy to work with our team captain, our girls team captain this year, Jessica Poliska. And the MVP award goes to you, Jessie Poliska. Well done. Congratulations. I will be giving the Coaches Award now for our spring track season. And the Coaches Award goes to a young man who really added so much to our season. He focused on the long jump and the 100 and 200 meters, as well as the 4x100 meter relay team, where he was the lead leg. And a team that went on to set a new school record this year at the state meet. So this young man finished 8th in the long jump at the state meet with a jump of 18:11 and a quarter, and finished 7th in the 200 meters, which really reflects his hard work and improvement during the season. And if you were to have seen him before that 200 meters at States, he was up. I mean, he was ready to go. And it was late in the afternoon and it was hot, but he was ready to run. And I think he surprised himself with the speed and fitness he showed at that event. Beyond this, the coaches really wanted to recognize the positive spirit and enthusiasm that Raleigh Cundiff brought to each practice and competition. He always pushed himself to improve, and he brought a can-do spirit to practice and to meets. He encouraged others to push through those hard workouts and to keep focused on positive goals. He was a joy to coach, a joy to be around. We appreciated all of that energy and enthusiasm that he brought to each day on the track team. So it is with great pride that we present this year's Coaches Award to Raleigh Cundiff. Congratulations, Raleigh. Congratulations, Raleigh. I'm here to give the MVP award for our spring track team. And this award goes to one of the most experienced and versatile athletes on the team. He has excellent speed in the 100 and 200 meters and has run the 400 meters in the past as well. He runs an amazing third leg in our 4x100 meter relay team. He is also a very talented long jumper and one of the most natural triple jumpers that I've ever seen. He finished second at both conference and states in the triple jump, but at states, anyone could see that he had the most natural form and most consistent jumps of all the competitors there. Beyond this, he is really a team player. He earned points at states in the 100 meters, 200 meters, 4x100 meter relay team, and the triple jump. And that reflects the talent that he brings to this sport. We will miss Mekhi Hines after he graduates this year and wish him well as he moves on to Laverne University in California, where I know he will do great things. Mekhi has given so much to our track team. He's a natural athlete. He's a hard worker, and he's been a dedicated team captain this year. It is with so much pride that we award this year's MVP to our boys' team captain, Mekhi Hines. Congratulations, Mekhi.